last year in November, you know, when I went outside. I know. Why would I go outside? I was already outside. Let's get to the story. There was this women's activist group. They were loud about their activism, so it drew the attention of pretty much anybody around them. It's a pretty open space, so I took it upon myself, you know, to find out what's up. You know, they obviously are passionate about this. Immediately as I get up close to them, they start yelling at me, which I was confused. See, like before they were chanting and whatever, like going around in circles, but then when I got closer, they started chanting at me and doing that with the sign. I'm already antisocial. Now it's awkward and I'm beginning to feel a bit uncomfortable. But they were shouting in my face, "Men are the enemy, fight the patriarchy." A tad hostile. So you know me, I don't get social cues, so I'm just stood there being yelled at. A lot of the signs were against white males, predominantly white cis males as they call them, but the majority of the crowd were white women. It seemed like some kind of deep-rooted daddy issue. I don't know. Other signs were like, "All cis sex is rape." At this point I was like, y'all crazy, and I started sliding out of frame, you know. But as I walked away, they started shouting at me that I wasn't helping the cause. They had a problem with me not joining in. A couple minutes ago, y'all was shouting at me and telling me I was a piece of shit. So I'm trying to figure out, so it was either I stick around to get shouted at, or I leave and not get shouted at. It was a really difficult decision. So I turns around and then I get like a Starbucks coffee stain on my shirt because they started throwing Starbucks coffee at me. A police officer sees this, comes to the scene to, you know, help out. Chanting levels increase. I want to go home, but I can't because the partner of said police officer wants me to give a statement. And I'm just like, bruh, I want to go home. I don't know what the coffee stain on my shirt meant to him, but to me it was like, time to get out of there. At this point, one of the women in the crowd started like squealing or screeching. It was the most incoherent screaming I've ever heard in my life. Now, without a doubt, I knew they were crazy. What semester of a gender studies major is this? Somehow I ended up in the police station with about 7 of these crazy women. And while I'm writing down my, well, I'm not writing down my, the police officer is writing down my statement. I'm talking to him and he's writing. The women are yelling over me and telling me I'm against feminism. I'm trying to snitch. This coffee stain ain't coming out. I'm about to charge you for assault. I didn't actually press charges because that means I'd have to see them again. I don't want to see them ever again. But they did hit a couple officers, so they are gonna get charged with assault, resisting arrest, and I guess spend a couple of years in prison. I believe in equal rights, but I can't equally knock y'all out. So can y'all equally leave me alone? I truly would appreciate it.